Hi YouTube, Phil here with a Life of Adventures. No, I'm not pointing at a painting. I'm actually outdoors. We're going to try and pick up some kindling today because when we go camping, I've got a little hobo stove that I'm going to use to make some meals on, and I need to get some kindling and get it dried out a little bit to make sure that it is fine and everything. So I'm going to go across. I'm standing on a dike. The woods you see in front of me has a river down the middle, the Red River, between North Dakota and Minnesota. And we're going to go in this woods right along the creek, providing the creek's not overflowing too bad, and see if we can pick up some kindling. So I'll talk to you after I walk across the lay of the land here, or the area of the land that's a little bit for flood. That's why the flood dike is here. And we'll just see what we can find on the other side. Well, I made it across the flat lands there with a mix of snow and marsh and everything else. As you can see here, the river's out of its banks over here, and that's what happens this time of year. This area, the Red River right through here, floods quite a bit and gets rather deep sometimes. That's why that dike's behind me. So I came across here, and one of the things that I found was I found a good patch of kindling right here as I walked up. So I'm going to try and work on this pile a little bit and see what I can get in the way of kindling out of here. And I'm going to end up putting it in my box there and going back across. So I'm just going to do some harvesting of the kindling here, and the light's not real good here. It's kind of low, but we'll see if we can chop down this kindling and cut it down, and then I'll show you what we got afterwards. Well, now that that excursion is over, I'll give you the rest of the story. I actually went out to shoot this video like 4 days ago. Today, it's just below freezing. It's 31 degrees, but there's very light wind, 4 or 5 mile an hour wind. When I went out 4 days ago, the temperature outside was like 36 degrees, but the wind chill put it down to about 20 degrees. And it was a disaster from the start. I went out there and I got on top of the dike, and I couldn't get the camera to work right. It was just giving me trouble. While I set the box down, the empty box down, it blew away from behind me down into the waist area down there, and about a quarter of a mile, it seemed like, down. And while I started to walk away to go get the box, the camera blew over and fell over. So I said, that's enough, and I packed everything up and I came back. So I was glad that I had the opportunity to get back and film it. I'll probably gather a lot of wood there over the span of this next summer, because it's an easy place for me to get to, and certainly there's a lot of it down there, as you can see from what was there, and it's easy to get to, which is another thing. So, and I thought I'd tell you a little bit about some of the things that I'm going to use it with. My principal reason for getting the kindling is the fact that I've got this stove. It's a Lixada wood stove, and it's just you feed, wood in through the side, or you can put it in the top. And then I've got this cook set, which is a pot and a pan and spoons and everything else that you need, and you can put it up there. And I'll probably cook a meal, maybe 2 a day, while I'm out, and use this little cook stove in order to do that. And the nice thing about it too is that it also, the stove breaks down into a flat, and you can package it all in this one package. It'll just totally fold into this package. So it's a pretty good deal. I'll put a link for the stove and the cookware, the gold cookware, and down in the description, so you can see that. And then this is a red deer. You might have seen me in this video today, where it was where I was using this knife to help me gather the wood. This is a 15-inch red deer Bowie knife, and I'll put a link for this one down too in there. It's okay. I've sharpened it once, but it still needs some more work and things. It's not real sharp at this point, and but I think it'll be real good for doing small things. And frankly, I also got it for protection. I'm going to be in places where I could encounter bear, or I could encounter mountain lions, and I don't want to be out there with just my smile. As you know, that's not very good at defending you at all. So I wanted something that I could at least have an opportunity to use. But it's also useful for, camping tasks and things like that. So I'll get good use out of that. So thanks for watching my video, and I'll get back to you again when I get another video that I think you might enjoy. One day at a time, that's all we can do. Have a good day.